Hello kids! So in this video, we're going to learn about heredity. One day, I looked into the mirror with my mother. I noticed that I look like her. Both of us have dark hair and dark brown eyes. Why do children look like their parents? What are the characteristics that you have inherited from your father and mother? How similar are you to your father or mother? You might have curly hair, which you have inherited from your father, and double-edged eyelids, which you inherited from your mother. Your parents might also look like your grandparents in some ways. Looking at my dad is like looking in the mirror. The passing on or inheritance of characteristics from parents to their offspring is known as heredity. The structures in organisms responsible for these characteristics are called genes. The study of heredity is known as genetics. Let us learn more about genes. This structure is called a cell. Cells are the building blocks of all organisms. All parts of our body are made up of cells. Inside a cell, there is a structure called nucleus. This structure is the brain of a cell. It controls all the activities of a cell. The nucleus contains genes. These genes determine our characteristics. These characteristics are known as traits. All organisms reproduce offspring of their own kind. Why do organisms reproduce? They reproduce to ensure that their kind will continue to exist. What would happen to this organism if they do not reproduce? If organisms do not reproduce, their kind will die out and they will become extinct. Let's know more. Gregor Mendel, from 1822 to 1884, was an Australian monk who discovered how traits are passed on from one generation to the next generation. He carried out many experiments on pea plants. He studied 7 traits of the plant. When humans reproduce, genes are passed on from the parents to their offsprings. As the offspring receive the genes from their parents, the offspring will have the traits that are similar to their parents. This explains why you look more like your parents than your friends or your teacher. Here are some traits that children inherit from their parents. Type of trait. Okay, so type of hair, curly, straight. Color of hair, black or blonde. Presence of widow peak. So a V shape, growth of hair toward the center of the forehead. Present, absent. Type of eyelids. Single-edged eyelid, double-edged eyelid. Color of eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes. Presence of dimples. Present, absent. Ability to roll the tongue, able, unable. Type of ear lobes, attached, free. Let's think. Are dyed hair, scars, handwriting considered as traits that can be passed on from parents to offspring? Why? Animals also pass on their traits to their offspring when they reproduce. Their offspring will have traits similar to them. For example, when tigers reproduce, they give birth to cubs that look like them, not puppies or lambs. The cubs have 4 legs, a long tail, and striped skin like their parents. As the cubs grow, they will become bigger and eventually have a size similar to their parents. When giraffes reproduce, they give birth to cubs, not kittens or cubs. The cubs have long necks, 4 legs, and a skin pattern like their parents. The cubs will grow bigger and taller and eventually have a size similar to their parents. There are some offspring that do not look like their parents when they are young. For example, a tadpole and a caterpillar look very different from their parents. As they grow, they will develop and become bigger, and eventually they will look like their parents. Offspring of an organism usually do not look exactly the same like their parents, even though both of them are of the same kind. There are variations in the traits that make the offspring slightly different from the parents. Look at the mother cat and her kittens shown in the picture below. Do the kittens look exactly like their mother? When cats reproduce, they give birth to kittens. The kittens might have fur color or patterns similar to or different from their parents. There is a variety of colors and patterns for the fur traits in cats. Feather color is one of the traits that parakeets pass on their offspring. Parakeets have different colors of feathers. They may have green, yellow, blue, and white feathers. So we have here green parakeet, yellow parakeet, blue parakeet, and white parakeet. Chicks develop combs, on the top of their heads when they grow up. There is a variation in the shapes of the combs: single comb, rose comb, and the pea comb. There is a variation in the shape of dogs' ears too. Here are some examples: erect ears, semi-erect ears, bat ears, floppy ears, and the long and folded ears. Plants also pass on their offspring when they reproduce. Their offspring will inherit traits similar to their parents. Most plants reproduce through seeds. Will a coconut seed grow into a mango tree? If we plant a coconut, it will grow into a coconut tree. It will develop flexible and slender leaves and a tall trunk similar to its parents. A sunflower seed will grow into a sunflower plant, not a rose plant or other kinds of plants. As the sunflower seedling grows, it will develop heart-shaped green leaves and large yellow flowers similar to its parents. Like animals, there are variations in traits of plants of the same kind. The offspring of a plant might have traits similar to its parents or different from its parents. For examples, hibiscus plants will develop leaves and flowers similar to their parents. However, the color of the flowers might be different. Look at the pictures below. These are the flowers of hibiscus plants. The flowers of hibiscus plants come in a variety of colors. A squash plant develops the same kind of plant through its seeds when it reproduces. However, the colors and shapes of the squash fruits may be different. There are different colors and shapes of squash fruits.